Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Never Have I Ever Season 2. And I always have a lot to say, but I am. I love this season a lot. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have like a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about, but I might not talk about all of them. If I were to rate this season out of 10, I would give it a 9 out of 10 because Stevie and Paxton ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm like, that just it was like icing on the cake of the season, and I'm so excited for what's to come. So yeah. So the first thing I feel like I should talk about is that scene. You know the scene. The window scene. Homeboy came through her window and was like, hello. Like, that scene alone, I was like, the show knows their audience. And, target audience reached. Target audience reached. You found me. Hello. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for this. Thank you for letting this happen. Thank you. And then that random scene of Paxton when he was fixing or constructing a new table, I was like, oh my gosh. It was so unnecessary, but I'm glad that we have it. Yeah. Again, target audience reached. But anyways, besides that, let's talk about Devi and Paxton as a couple and why I think that they're endgame and why I love them so much. Well, I will say that Paxton this season did have such a good character development, and I saw that I feel like Devi was a really good influence on him and who he's becoming and being a better person and being, caring about his future and caring more about school and being just a better person in general and not, trying to fit in and try to be the jock and try to be, the star, I guess, the star player or swimmer or whatever, and just staying true to himself and, just being a better version of himself. And this season he definitely has grown, and I'm glad that he had his own little episode too, so we learned a little bit more about his background and his parents, and we got to see Rebecca again. We love her, Queen, because we love her because she's pretty much I think Rebecca is a Devi and Paxton stan as well, so we love her for that. So, and I think she also could be the reason that they are endgame, because I feel like Rebecca pushes Paxton to be better and do better, and I also think that she cares a lot about him. So yeah, and his well-being, and I think she also really likes Devi a lot, and I think she is the guardian angel of their relationship. I feel like she's kind of their therapist. So I feel like if and when there's a season 3, I'm gonna say when there's a season 3, so I'm gonna say it into the spirits of the world that there will be a season 3 of this show, because I will talk about later, but I feel like she's gonna be the therapist or the middleman in the situation when it comes to Devi and Paxton and their relationship and their dynamic, because I do think that they're both very different people, and I do think that opposites attract. But, there's going to be possibilities of them not really seeing eye to eye and seeing things a little bit differently, and and I'm very much aware of that, but I still think that Devi and Paxton are endgame. And yes, I also want to touch base on Paxton is the better man between Ben and Paxton, because Paxton was always there for Devi. Paxton got Devi up from getting freaking bit by a fucking coyote. Everybody else was just standing there watching, and who was there to save her? Paxton. And then Devi fell into the pool. Who got her out of the pool? Paxton. Who got her to the doctor? Paxton. He cares about her so much. I just love these two together. I want to see them blossom, and I want to see them thrive. But I know how these shows work. They want to reel you in and make you think that your ship is going to be sailing freely and being nice, but no, they're going to throw a wrench into their relationship and just screw it up, just like every other show that does this. And it's so annoying, because I'm like, why can't they just be happy and keep it pushing? You can still have drama, but why does that have to affect my ship? What are you doing? Leave them alone. One small inconvenience and okay, break up, you're done. I'm over it. And I know when it's season 3 that they're gonna screw it up. They're gonna screw. No, Devi's gonna find a way to screw it up. I know Devi's gonna find a way to screw this shit up. So, yes, but basically what I'm trying to say is Devi and Paxton, endgame. I love them, and we're gonna move on. I absolutely adore Devi. I think she is just an amazing main character. I do think that her decision making is not the best. I mean, but I also think that makes her relatable though. So that makes her relatable because we don't all make good decisions all the time. Like, we think it's good or we're doing the right thing, but we end up hurting somebody, or we don't really realize what we're doing because it's just like in the moment type of thing. And I think that's why I love Devi so much, is like she can make these mistakes but also bounce back and learn and reflect and is able to grow. And it's like, okay, this is how you do it, this is how you don't do it, this is how you go about a situation, and you talk it out and you figure it out. And I love that she's always trying to make amends with everybody. She doesn't like keep a grudge. She keeps it very like, you know, I messed up and I'm here to be like, I'm sorry, like this is what's happening. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she knows when she's in the wrong, and she knows when she's in the wrong after the fact. But I think she's just a really good main character, and I love her, and she's funny, she's hilarious. Okay, here's the thing. It's not that I don't ship Ben and Devi, I do, but it's just like, I ship Paxton and Devi more. I don't know, like, and I get that Ben and Devi is like the enemies to lovers arc or whatever, like that type of relationship, but I don't know. I just feel like Ben is so just like he's so competitive, and I feel like he can actually like get butthurt if he or she Devi beats him at something, and he gets actually butthurt, and then he's like, screw you, I'm breaking up with you, blah blah. Like, he's gonna get genuinely butthurt because of this competitiveness that they have with each other. Or I feel like one of them's gonna say something that was supposed to be like a joke, and then someone's gonna take it like to heart, and they're gonna be like, oh, fuck you, basically. And I also think that Ben's just an asshole. I really do. I think he's just a straight up asshole. I don't like the fact that he started dating Anissa like so fast after Devi. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I just don't like that. I don't trust him. I don't trust that he, like, I do think that he actually does like Devi, but it's just like, how do you just move on so fast like that? Like you broke up with her like a day ago, and now you're trying to get up with Anissa, and I don't like that. And he has the audacity to be mad at Devi for moving on for Paxton. Like, what do you expect? You moved on so fast, and now you're gonna be mad because she moved on? Who do you think you are, dude? But I will say that Ben and Devi do have a lot more in common than Devi and Paxton. But case, like, I do like enemies to lovers arc, but in this case, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling that vibe or relationship. I just, you know, they're cute or whatever, but like, I genuinely just don't really want it, you know? Like, it could happen, but it just can't be endgame. Nisa is a really good character. I like that she kind of came in just cool. Like, she's not like this popular girl. Like, she's just kind of just chill, laid back. She's just kind of like, hey, how you doing? I'm Anissa, blah blah blah, and like, she's just really cool. And I like that she like wasn't like an enemy of Devi. Like, she wasn't like, oh, I don't like Devi, blah blah. It was vice versa, obviously, but you know, I feel bad for her situation about her ED and everything, and how that kind of spread everywhere, and like, I felt bad for her in that moment. And I did also feel bad for Devi because I feel like she felt so bad, and then here comes Ben knocking at her door, trying to make her feel worse than she already did, pretty much kicking her while she's down. And I did not like that either about Ben. But this is not about Ben, it's about Anissa. I don't really know much about Anissa that much, but I do think that she is complete opposite of Devi when it comes to decision making, or like, you know, trying to make sure she's doing the right thing and making sure people's feelings are in account, if that makes sense. I mean, but I also think that we don't really know much about Anissa to judge her too quickly. You know, I feel like she's her own little episode as well, just kind of like Paxton and Ben both did have their own little episodes, so we can know more about their backgrounds, stuff like that. So I ship Nalini and Chris so much. Like, they're so cute together. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I love Mohan. Like, I love him so much. He's the best father ever. He deserves an award. But, you know, do I think it's too soon? Maybe. But, you know, you can't, I guess, stop your life in a way. And if she's ready to move on, she should be able to move on. And, you know, does she need to put Devi in perspective? Yes, because that is still her daughter. And, you know, she lost her dad. But at the same time, she has to put her feelings first sometimes and be a little selfish, because her happiness should come first too, and then her daughter. And, you know, but I do think that Nalini and Chris are going to be, like, you know, more important in the next season. I think that they're going to actually, like, form a relationship. And I want to see that because they're really cute, and I think that Chris really likes her, and I love that for her. I love that for her so much. She deserves to find happiness and love, and I want Devi to support her. I get why she got so upset with her and Chris, but at the same time, she needs to realize that, you know, her mom is a grown woman. She can make her own decisions, and, you know, it is what it is. She has to just let that guard down a little bit, I feel, you know? But I can also understand the frustration that Devi is having with her mother and, like, trying to move on so quickly or too fast. Like, you know, I get that. Kamala, I love that Kamala stood up for herself and basically was rude and was basically a girl boss in her own way. And I love that she stood up for what was right and did what she had to do. I don't know how much to say about her. Like, her arc was pretty much standing up for what is right, doing what she used to do, be a girl boss. Period. That's pretty much it. I really don't know what to say about her. Like, she was great. Like, she was great this season. Like, her relationships, I feel like she, you know, I like that she's open about what she wants and knows what she wants. And is not so one guy and we're done. Like, she's keeping her options open, basically, and I like that for her. Fabiola and Eve, the cutest couple ever. I think they're great, and I also like that they showed, like, Fabiola, like, try to, like, changing or try to fit in or try to be like Eve's friends, kind of, sort of. They were trying to change her or change who she was or whatever. And I love that they showed that development, and I love that they, you know, made that such a big focus on Fabiola, because I feel like, you know, when you're in a certain environment, I feel like in some cases we all kind of change a little bit. Like, we have a certain persona or whatever we put on just so we can fit in and make sure that we, you know, we don't seem, I guess, too different, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of just putting down your real personality, I guess, just so people don't think you're weird or whatever the case may be, whatever the excuse is. But I like that they showed that, because I feel like a lot of us can relate to her in the sense of, like, wanting to fit in or wanting to be a part of this friend group or wanting to, you know, these people to like you. At the end, like, she was like, yeah, it's not me. I love robots. I dress the way that I dress. I act the way that I do, and it is what it is. And Eva's like, yeah, I like you for you. And that's how that should be. And I love that that ended like that. And I love that they were both prom queen. Was it a prom? Well, I love that they were both queens. I love that. I love that for them. Last thing I'm going to touch base on is Eleanor and that asshole. I forgot his name, and he doesn't need... I don't know his name. I forgot his name. Eleanor and that asshole she was with. What... That dude... I can't stand that dude. I forgot his name. That, like, the guy she was dating and whatever his name was. Ew. Like, he was just gaslighting her, like, every 2 seconds. And I hated that she didn't realize that. And, like, her friends was like, yo, he's an asshole. What are you doing? She's like, no, he's fine. That's just him. I'm like, no, that's not just him. He's being an asshole. What are you doing? But, you know, we got the clear. We got him out. He skedaddled. He's gone. Goodbye. Peace. Goodbye. But what really shocked me was Eleanor and Trent. Now, look. Eleanor and Trent? Okay. I can see that. I'm okay with that. I want to see that grow. I want to see that development. I want to see that dynamic because they're just, I don't know, they're kind of very different. And I think that they just complement each other. I don't know. I would love to see that grow. I want to see that grow. I want to see that, you know, development. I want to see where that could go. You just never know. Like, it's, I don't know. They're kind of cute. I'm not against it. Not opposed. I want to see that. Final thoughts. I enjoyed the season a lot. I'm gonna rewatch it because I loved it so much. And honestly, there's so much comfort. I don't know why. It's such a comfort show. Like it's a feel good show, and I love it so much. I need a season 3. Like I need it now, and I'm gonna say that it's going to get a season 3 because you have to speak into existence. You have to keep it positive. You have to put that into the universe, so we all know that it will get a season 3, and we get to see DB and Paxton be boyfriend and girlfriend in season 3. Anyways, that is it for this video. Stream never have ever, and yeah, goodbye.